Hello everyone, I'm Luxin, and welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles X. Last time, we learned not to trust someone who goes by the name Murderess, and then got said Murderess to join our party along with the person she backstabbed. This time, we managed to get ourselves down to only 2 missions left, or 2 segments of the Skell license exam left, so we're going to complete those and maybe have a Skell by the end of this episode. I'd say we should just jump right into it. Now if we check our missions list, we have the Harrier's exam and the Mediator's exam. This one requires you to complete 3 quests, one of which we've already accepted, and this one requires us to defeat the Flash in Primordia's North Point Cove. This one is just going to be teleporting a lot because its appearances are complete RNG. They're not even like, there's one Tyrant in Primordia that there's very often a mission for where it'll only show up if it's raining. This one will just sometimes be there and sometimes not be there, regardless of any outside factor. So since this one's probably going to take even longer than 3 other side quests combined, we're just going to do that one first. And also, in case it's stronger than we are right now, I can just use the other quests to, like, grind up for it.
Just ignore. I don't want to hear how long baby's lost. There's no chance for peace. I'm trouble. All things can be left to right, and this world is changing fast. It's so hard to find the answer for.
Alright, so if you warp straight to the North Point Cove, its appearance radius is right here in the water. So if it's here, you will be able to see it basically from the North Point Cove warp site. And hey! It's actually there! Now watch us freaking die! Okay, cool. Let's see, I don't remember how to fight this thing, actually. But judging by how we've got no one at its level, or even the level below its level, I think we've really got this down. Like, 100% we're going to win this. Especially because look at Arena's health. She only lost 1/3 of her health from that. From one hit from this thing. This is going... It's going wonderfully. Yeah, like, actually, if even my Beam Barrage is only doing that much... Yeah, we're gonna just have to let Arena die here. I don't really see any other easy way to do... Oh, Doug is taking a lot more damage than I thought he would be, too. Good thing Murderess is actually high-leveled enough to not be awful. Okay. This could be going a lot better. This could be going many times better. You know what? Gonna run and grind up TP. I know I can murder this thing in one shot with an overdrive. Because this is how I win at this. This is how I win now. Just grind up TP and overdrive them until they stop moving. It's how it'll always be. Not really. Yeah, so actually the entire party died besides me just grinding my TP up on a random Terebra that was over there because they're also level 24. And you're gone now, aren't you? Yep, it got replaced with a regular Sisyphus, so I'm going to keep teleporting back until it shows up again. Okay, conveniently it just took another teleport. That was better than I expected it to be, honestly. I don't know why I'm swimming and not running here. Okay, so basically the plan is to overdrive, aura, and then get triple charged on both of these. All I need to do that is to survive long enough to do that and to get 200 TP. So let's see how well this goes. Alright, for this what I'm going to want to do is... Alright, there we go. Do this. Do that. 1900. It's over 2000. Beam Barrage. Ether Blast times 3. Got pretty damn close, at least. I do still have my aura up, actually, so... even times 1 Beam Barrage should do a significant amount of damage. Yup. Yup. We're getting there. I swear to God if this actually worked, and only Arena... oh, well, Doug's gonna die too, but... oh, Doug's alive. Oh, Doug died using Beam Barrage. Oh, it's got a big ether attack. I think I've got an ether resist skill or something. There we go. That worked. That got a segment. We take those. Oh, I got a level up. Murderous got an art. Actually, I think a big piece of the problem was that Murderous doesn't have arts. Yeah, she learned her 5th art there. That's why she didn't have any damage or even many good debuffs. She does a backslash. We finally have someone who actually knows backslash. I think Fog could learn it, but he's just because we don't use him because he's Fog. Anyway, so we have one piece of the Skell license exam left, and that piece is Proficiency Exam 8. Complete the Handyman-on, complete the Pipsqueak, and complete That's Incredible. We've already received the Handyman-on quest. That means defeating Pugliths in Oblivia. I have 744 out of my maximum 800 reward tickets. Instead of using those on items for this quest, I'm going to at least see how well I can do against the Pugliths in Oblivia first. If I start doing really badly, where I think it would take legitimate grinding to actually beat them enough to get the items, then I'll show off how you can use reward tickets. Phone, shut up! How you can use reward tickets to buy items. Otherwise, I will use those tickets for an item for one of the other quests, because I do actually want to test myself against these Pugliths. Also, again, we need 20% Oblivia survey in order to access the next chapter, so doing things in Oblivia will help that anyway. Alright, so back at our old friend, the Mesa Fortress. Wait, hold on. Do I have the archaeological thing to get rid of the Skell finally! Oh, that was a segment! Cool! I love it when things work out that way. That was like a full % of Oblivia, actually. So, we already got from 16% to 17% of that done. Alright, if we can target the Puglith, that would be helpful. Okay. Shoot the gun first. This isn't a Tyrant, so it should actually be easier than a Sahasrara. Whatever. Yeah, other than the fact that it's still murdering everyone, I can actually do significant damage to this thing now. This is not gonna go well, because Arena's already dead. Alright, like, healer is down. Even though I'm probably a better healer than her. She has smooth recovery, actually. So, who knows? Alright, I'm gonna buff up Murderous and not you, because she's the one who's actually close to dead. Hold on. Plus 300 TP for hit. Actually, Beam Barrage would have been better for that, because this is only 4 hits. Beam Barrage is like at least 5, I think. Although, oh, nope, prone are proning me now. This could be an issue. This already isn't, even though I'm actually basically at full health, which is moderately hilarious. I don't know where all the TP went. I thought I had 2,000. I must have only had 1,000. Alright. Doug's dying words better be something useful. There we go. So I'm gonna activate overdrive, which I can't do. Unfortunately, I still have like, and he's still in 4. Oh, his dying words were not helpful. They were just activate over. Do the thing you can't do. I do have 2,000 TP actually, so never mind. Okay, we're gonna find a weaker Puglith. Okay, level 28 might not have been the best idea, but there's a level 22 one over there that we can keep respawning. And okay, kid. I almost beat a guy with 8 levels more than you. You're not getting anywhere against me. Even if both Murderous and Doug are telling me to use my one purple art like 3 seconds apart from each other. This is for you. See, I could have been a voice actor. I could do the prone voice without any modulation. You know, honestly, I could probably pull off the Manon voice without any modulation if I tried to, but we're not going to attempt that at all, ever. We're just going to kill this guy.
Move along.
Nothing to see here, other than we already died once. Like, alright. Now the secret is, before I was trying to climb above here to not aggro the Puglith. Now I'm doing this so I can only aggro the Puglith and not all the prone. Because they're actually probably... Because them in numbers is a bigger threat than the weaker Puglith by itself. Oh, God. Never mind, Arena, you are not good at this. This contingency was planned for. I knew Arena was going to die from the beginning. Yeah, there we go. We can actually hurt this thing. Again, as usual, if you're trying to get items from an enemy, just target as many appendages as possible. The gun is actually really hard to break. You probably, and I think one of the things we need is some sort of iron plating thing, so I'm gonna... Oh, wow! Someone actually got 3,000 TP early. Alright, again with the do the overdrive, which you could totally do with this much TP. Doug, I guess, has beam resists. Has good beam resistance. Maybe on his armor or something. Or it's just... That might be, some sort of passive of his class. I don't know. I'm not going to waste the TP for the soul voice. Because this thing is actually surprised. Yeah, the level 22 and level 28 are a significant difference. Imagine that. It's like... almost a... It's over a quarter of the difference. Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna keep grinding on this guy because I think it'll actually give me the stuff I need. Another thing you can do is the Puglets actually have Pugs up top controlling them. So if you could destroy the Pug, I think I'm not gonna do that because I can't take it out in time. Never mind. But that will actually also weaken it significantly. Hey, Arena died again. That's never happened before. Alright, now I'm actually going to cut out until I have the right items.
I see an opening. I won't miss this chance. It's sure to work now.
That was a good overdrive. I think I actually extended it a little bit by using arts in the right combination. I think green extends the counter. I'm not 100% sure. I was just spamming arts. I've used like infinite overdrive builds before and stuff, and I know how I could remember how they worked if I tried, but they're just with a little bit of research. But I wasn't trying to do that there. I did extend it a lot longer than it usually lasted though, so I think I did something right. And I think I missed one of the appendages, but actually the only reason I even activated overdrive was because Murderous was like, hey, activate overdrive from the soul voice. But I did, and it worked. And I don't know why I'm still commentating. There's a small chance that I actually got all the items just from 2 kills. So that exists, but... Alright, no, I didn't... That was just the prone barbar... Did nothing besides that one prone give me an item? Is that what happened? Yeah. Okay. Nothing else gave me an item. That's really weird. Yeah, everything else is dead. I don't know what to tell you on that one. That was... What? Well, that time I didn't get any items at all, but I got both an art and a skill off of that, so we're gonna take a look at whatever those are. I think it was energy source I learned, which is... Yeah. This is kind of stupid. It's spend 1,000 TP for 1,000 TP and potential boost on anyone. Oh, actually, I learned a lot of arts. Okay. What other ones have I not shown? Oh, there's Gravity Blast, which I'm just not going to use. Then there's also Servant Sacrifice, which is... increases HP by 10% and TP by 10% when you have a target under control, and it also might insta-kill the target. Then buffing it will just increase those effects. This can be useful. I'm not going to use it because I'm not using Brainjack. Energy Source is basically potential up for maybe TP. You can use it on yourself, so you can. It's the same as just a potential up. I'm not going to use it. I'd rather just have my heals, or my heals and my buffs. It probably can be useful. I just don't have a good use for it. Boost TP by 200 when taking weather damage. This could actually be very useful in Oblivia. We also got Gravity Boost, which is Ether Boost, but for Gravity, but we only have 1 Gravity art, so it's not going to be very useful. I am 1 item drop... Actually, I'm 1 item drop away from getting enough items. So now I'm going to warp to the Blade Barracks, and we'll show off how you can buy items with rewards tickets. Okay, so you're going to want to go through this room, which I've never actually been to yet. This is sort of your online hub room. It says online on the terminal. Conveniently. And you could take on active squad missions, which we can't do yet. Then, or just the squad missions that we can learn once we've... The squad missions that we can activate once we do enough squad tasks, which I'm just not taking any part in. Then there's time attack missions, which are... defeat previous bosses under a time limit. So this one's Goetia, this one's the Tainted Sphinx. So there's time attack for those. I think you can get rewards for it. Then there's support missions, which these you can only access after beating the game. These are basically missions that make grinding easier. So there's EXP grinding, there's BP grinding. I think there's EXP, there's class EXP. I don't think there's money grinding, but I know as a fact there's BP grinding. Then there's Global Nemesis Battle Spoils, which... Well, there's no Global Nemesis right now, so I can't really explain that. Division activity is based on which division does more stuff throughout. And this is your only way to get single-use items. So you've got 10,000 credits, attention up by 1,000 for all party members, Skell Fuel, heal everyone in the party, 30,000 credits, heal all Skells, and 3,000 tension, plus salvage tickets, which are... Actually, once I unlock salvage tickets, or once the curators if the curators do good enough to get a salvage ticket, I'm going to take the salvage ticket every time. But for now, I'm never going to use anything besides the bonuses and the salvage ticket, so I'm going to take that. Anyway, this is the important part. Use reward tickets. You can buy things. Every enemy drop in the game can be bought with rewards tickets. Including, if we remember from fighting Goetia, she dropped something. Hold on. G-O-L. She dropped something that was obviously exclusive to her. I don't think it was Goetia's Black Heel, since that was the rarest drop. But we got something specifically from Goetia. Even exclusive boss drops can be gotten this way, because even the bosses have unique items that you couldn't get on the first go-around. Actually, no, I do have one Goetia's Black Heel. But obviously those take up a lot more tickets, and I forgot the item that we're actually looking for, so I'm going to have to go check the mission menu. Handy Manon, 3 quality fuses, so I think this is a rare drop from Puglets. So it's probably going to cost about 100. 54, wow, it's a lot less than I thought. Can actually buy up to 13 of them, we only need 1. So if we do that, it says quality fuse updated. And now we can actually go to Sasantada and turn our stuff in. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Load in, please. Where are you? There we go, you're on the other side. Not gonna even try to do the Manon voice. Wow, it's actually a loading screen for that. Maybe it was just for those textures. Wow, there's a long loading screen on what's just a conversation. Like, it's not even anything cinematic, it's just a conversation. Can find anything. Wasn't really counting on it. Oh, wow. Wow. Nice tsundere act you got there going, buddy. Yes, we went out of the city. It's not hard to do. We don't abuse... Again, we are machines. If we abused machines, we would be... Well, I guess people are going to abuse people no matter what you do. But we're basically saying that self-harm is the norm. Which, I don't think it's the norm. Fosmir. I honestly thought that was the name of a human and not a Manon, so... I've got to test the flamethrowers on people. This is actually pretty funny. Candid Incredible does have some heat-based weapons. Oh, wait, is there more for this mission? Is there more? There better not be too much more. Oh, okay. Appreciate it. Oh, well, we do have to do more things for this mission. I 100% forgot about that. Hopefully this is something I could get easier. Honey oil, copper sinicula. I'm going to cut out all of this, actually. Because it's pick up an item orb and get a random item drop. Hopefully they're both in the Eastgate plane, but... I'm not going to do that on camera. Oh. Actually, the windshield glass wasn't an item orb thing. It was from this random car. So, that made that easier. Still need to find copper siniculas, though. You know what? When I was looking for where copper siniculas spawn, it turns out that they're all level 21 plus giant enemies. And I don't want anything to do with that right now. So we're just gonna buy honey oil. Yeah. It's gonna be a shame when I... Oh, it's also a rare enough drop to be worth over 100 reward tickets, so... That too. It's gonna suck when I completely run out of reward tickets and can't buy just every item I need for every quest. So now we talk to Sastenasa. I don't think I've ever actually pronounced your name correctly. It also turns out that if I'd said nothing before, I wouldn't have had to do the rest of the quest. I'm going to say it was rough because I'm going to pretend that I fought the Siniculas. Anyway. Brother is... Oh, okay. So it's like, hey, people work together. We helped someone get better at being nice to people. This is why it's a mediator mission. Cool. Alright, keep machine safe. I think I'm only getting affinity with Arena for this. I don't even know where the rest of my party is. Wait, what? Oh, I only had to do one of them. I thought I had to do all 3. God. This is the second time I've done that, which is the best part. I didn't read the mission explanation carefully. So, I thought I was going to have to do all 3 of them. I was prepared to do all 3 of them. Like, I didn't have a problem with doing all 3 of them. But, okay. Also got Walter over here. What's he here for? And Van told me, oh, I have to talk to him. Yes, oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought it was going to be a different certificate from each division. So, it's like, hand all 8 of them over, but you just do all of them at once. Looks like a full set. Nice work. We're ready for the final exam. No need to stress though, it's a simple verbal quiz. We had you run missions for each of the 8 divisions, and there's a reason for that. Care to guess what it might be? We're not going to make fun of the commander when he's going to give us a large robot. Exactly, now you got a feel for each one's particular flavor. Hopefully that's given you a few ideas of how you can put a Skell to use. Anyway, that's one reason, but there's another. There aren't exactly enough Skells to go around to all of the divisions. Wow, there's a typo in there. Interesting. Sometimes situations arise where people have to cross division lines and cooperate to get things done. For efficiency's sake, it's important to remember that everyone knows how the other divisions work. Make sense? Good. Then you are all cleared to own and operate a Skell. I'll authorize your license now. I also get to share some good news. Looks like you're being given a free Skell compliments of Vandom. It's parked in the hangar in the back. Go introduce yourself and give it a test ride. Just doing my own job. Really, Vandom is the one you should be thanking. You must expect big things from you. It's a rare day a rookie pilot gets issued a Skell free of charge. I look forward to seeing what you can do with it. Apparently that instantly put us in the actual cutscene. The Skell license is complete. We now learned how to register Skells from Doug. Completed a segment. And yeah, everyone... I don't know why there's actually a loading screen here. I guess I had to load the administrative district again after that cutscene. But... okay, yeah, we're already in our Skell. You know how... they were like, oh wow, it's such a big deal that a rookie will get their own Skell. Skells are level locked, just like weapons are. This is the worst Skell in the game by far, and it's the only one of its type. This Skell, this US 0220 Urban ST, which is the Urban is like the balanced Skell model in the first place, so like that makes sense. They give you the balanced version first off. Like to start with as your first thing. This is a level 20 Skell. Every other Skell in the game is level 30 or above. Makes sense that they'll give you a Skell that you like. You're required to be level 20 to get to this point in the story, so it makes sense because it's the requirements for Affinity missions. But they're like, wow, Vandom gave you your own Skell. That's so amazing. That never happens. Yeah, he gave me my own Skell. He also gave me his only one of the worst Skell that Blade has. So, am I really that special, or is he just screwing with me? Anyway, as you can see, instead of sprinting, Skells will turn into vehicles to allow them to move even further. So, not only do we have a mech, we have a Transformers mech. And it can also do this on water, because why not? Just looks cool. So yeah, not only can we move further, not only can we access places we couldn't before because of the Skell's bigger jump, but we can also cross deeper water at normal movement speed, finally. And we've also got, you know, a really big thing to kill things with. If you check, you can finally look at Skell gear. That tab was grayed out to us right up until now. You can only choose this Skell. And you can see it's got weapons here. These are just... this is actually a weapon that we had. I think. Hold on. Yeah, we got a second SHM R320SA assault rifle from some enemy at some point. Although, actually, the one that we got, it has a ranged accuracy boost augment on it. The thing is, Skell augments will be boost dot something dash something. It'll have like a more mechanical sounding name, like the existing augment on that one is custom WP-R range 3. So that's weapon range up 3. While ground gear augments will just be like potential up 3, weapon range or firing range 3, ranged accuracy up 3, something like that. So that's how you can tell ground augments from Skell augments. Then here we've got just our armor. So Skells have armor pieces too. The thing that you're buying is actually the frame. So the US 0220 Urban ST is actually the Skell frame more than anything. And then this armor has different effects. You can see its defense is 20. It has all those different attribute effects. It's also got spec up evasion 3. I think there's just some sort of evasion boosting augment. So what you're going to have to buy is the Skells, the frames that actually come with a full set of armor and 2 basic weapons for the melee and ranged auto attacks. But you can also buy better armor and stuff. You will notice it has 8 weapon slots. That's because each of your arts is a different weapon. So we're going to equip every Skell weapon we have right now, which will give us 4 arts. You've got the SRM-XR120 GGP cannon. That's a mouthful. 50 fuel, deals electric damage and inflicts shock. Then we've got the SRM-XR120 SA railgun, which 30 fuel, deals physical damage and boosts appendage damage. Those also both have augments on them. Then we've got the SKM XM320ME Qatar, which has a boost potential augment, which is nice. Which is 30 fuel, deals ether damage, plus absorbs fuel from bound targets. And then we've got the SKM XM120GG Ring Edge. 30 fuel, deals beam damage, and inflicts beam res down. You'll notice the running theme there is fuel. Skells have fuel, as you can see on the fuel gauge here. That will automatically replenish when you're not in your Skell. And you can also spend... I'm actually going to warp to the administrative district because I have to show off buying stuff for Skells. It will automatically replenish while you're outside of your Skell, even not in combat. And there are a couple weather conditions, one in Noctilum and one in Sylvalum, that will automatically boost it. So that'll, depending on the level of... Basically, warp to the hangar instead of Armory Alley. Skell fuel will go down just automatically in combat, not by moving around or anything, just in combat specifically. As well as each art has a specific fuel cost. So if I were to get into a battle now, say I lost 100 fuel, then I jump out of my Skell by pressing Y and either continue the battle on foot, or the battle ends and I start walking around, the fuel will start to replenish. So I'm actually going to show off some Skell combat soon, which will let me better explain this. But first off, we have maxed out Moraniums, so we're going to manage AMs. You know what? I'm going to just dump everything in Candid Incredible. So they're going to level up. They're going to get their Heavyware series, which actually looks pretty cool. And they're going to get just their Heavyware series. Whoops. So when we get in a battle, the fuel will consistently drain when you're in the battle. When you're not in a battle and just walking around and moving around in the Skell, it won't do anything. The fuel will remain constant unless you're in one of the fuel boosting weather conditions. But when you're outside of your Skell, even if you're in a battle, it will replenish, and you can also spend Moranium to fully restore everyone's Skell gear. So, it's not really much we can buy in the way of Skell armor. There's attack-based armor, as well as defense-based armor, which is kind of weird because you start off with the speed armor, and then you can also buy attack or defense for this specific model. Weirdly, the defense is just attribute resistance and actually loses 2 defense, whereas the attack armor boosts defense. We're gonna stick with the default armor and just buy weapons. So I'm gonna look for... Skells have GP instead of TP, so we're gonna actually look for higher GP gain. Hold on. This one's 58 for a lot more damage, but... right sidearm. You can actually give it 2 melee weapons. But, hold on. 12 ammo, 20 ammo, but 8. I'm going to... No, that decreases only accuracy, though. I'm going to give it just this. As you can see, Skell gear costs a lot. If we back out here, we can buy Skell frames. Like, we could buy it right now. Each of these frames, like, we can buy the most expensive one. It'll just cost over, like, 2/3 of our money. The second most expensive is basically half of it, and even the... Like, it starts off, these are the light ones. Or... USAS. These are, like, the lighter ones. These are the medium weight ones. These are the heavy ones. Even though Urban is sort of the balanced one. So the, hold on, I think, actually... Yeah, it says it right here. Formula and Urban are light type. Then... Or Formula, Urban, and Virus are all light type. Then... Lila and Inferno are medium, and Mastema and Amdusius are heavy. Right now, we're just stuck with an Urban, but the Urban's going to be enough to actually kill a lot of enemies right now. Let's see, there's a different version of this, which is a lot less cooldown. Doesn't show what the art's going to be from it, actually. But this is 360 times 4. Thermal versus electric. That's the thing, it doesn't tell you what the arts are for. So we're just going to buy weapons for the 4 slots we don't have. So, ranged attack boosting augment. I think I'm going to go with that just because it's that. Not going to buy that for the second slot, though. There's thermal grenade, electric grenade. The thermal missile, electric grenade, null attribute, just not even sure what art that... Oh, that must be a debuff art. And then a big missile thingy. I'm going to go with the F grenade because we have an art that inflicts electric res down, so it would be stupid to waste it. Then we've got... These are all defense arts. Resist flinch, resist flinch. This one has evasion up, so we'll just... I don't think there's a way of actually seeing the art you get from this. So we're going to have to... I'm going to just... See, these all have evasion augments. These all have resist flinch augments. I'm going to take this. Not even sure what attribute that has. Then I'm also going to take this one. So, there we go. Our Skell has relatively been prettied up. Now we're going to head to the barracks to show off all the customization stuff you can do here. Because we didn't show off the actual barracks customization besides the holo figures. And then there's also Skell customization, which we've unlocked now that we have a Skell. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know why I'm trying to talk over loading screen. Alright, so our first stop on this magical mystery tour is actually going to be our last stop. It's going to be this thing. You saw the holo figures are over in the other room, so... Nothing really to do with that. Barracks customization. You got room colors for all 3 rooms, including the Skell hanger, actually. So there's primary, secondary, floor color. You actually unlock even more colors as you progress through the game. So you know what? There's no dark green. Dark green's like my favorite color. This orange. I like orange. And orange. It doesn't really go very well, so we're going to go with the blue. Matches the nice story mission thing, actually. Then I guess we can't change the walls or the other parts of the floor, which is sort of disappointing. And you can add these nice highlights, like the red and the blue there. It's pretty not bad. And the primary color, just the actual walls. Don't know if we should make it... Yeah, make it dark and brooding. This is my bat cave. Or you could just make it all blue. Or that's a wonderful green. We're going to actually make it slightly lighter to draw out the highlights of the dark colors. So for the Skell hanger, we've got primary accents in floor 1. Not sure what color I'm going to make my Skell, so we're just going to make this white. And make the accents I'm going to go very, very obvious black and white thing. And then gold's cool. Matches the blade logo. Then for the hollow figure gallery, we've just got that prone there. So we're going to... What color would a prone like? How about the weird minty green thing, and then this sort of orange highlights. I think the lime green, because he's got lime green on him. Then for the floor, we'll just make the floor purple. All right, there we go. Got some really nice grape pattern going. I'm sure Prone would like grapes. Am I not the only one who thinks that? Prone and grapes. That's A-okay. Then we got wall decals. This will actually change all of the decals. So you got ones for all the divisions. You got the Project Exodus logo. I'm going to keep with the Blade logo for now. I think it's still on the Blade logo. Yep. It's on the Blade logo just because I designed the Skell room specifically for that. Then there's lighting, which is 1, 2, or 3. I guess that's just regular lighting. That's fluorescent and extra floor lighting, and that's supposed to be incandescent. I think the grape room looks better with that, so we're going to stick with that. Then our other tab is the Skell hanger, which it's not really impressive right now because we have one Skell. Here's how to replenish the Skell's fuel. You can change gear through here as well. You can swap gear around between Skells easier. We can actually check the arts we got. We've got a potential up art and a ranged attack up art, so I picked well at least. Then we've also got physical damage, boosted no wait, hold on. We've got electric damage, increases flinch, inflicts blackout, and boosts GP. Then thermal damage and chance of inflicting blaze, so it actually go well with Lyn. Then we can rename it, we can customize colors, and we can sell. Everything on the Skell is for a lot less than I paid for just the gear on it, so we're not going to do that. Then you can register it to anyone who's over level 20. So Elma, Lyn, Arena Gwyn, or Elma, Lyn, Loud, Doug, Murderous, and just Murderous can actually use the Skell. Whereas people like L, Fog, HB, Yellow, Alexa, they can't. Actually gonna, for the next episode, I'm gonna grab L, Fog, and Alexa. Alexa specifically, because once I get to level 30, I'm going to buy myself a level 30 Skell and use that. But because Alexa is... Lyn loves Skells, but she, like, works on them and stuff, so she sees Skells every day. Alexa's lifelong dream is to get to be in a Skell. So once she gets to level 20 and I get a new Skell, she's taking this old one. So we're going to get her to level 20 as quickly as possible. We're going to be doing a mission for L, and... You know what? We'll actually use HB or Fog. I'll figure that out later. Can rename it. Not entirely sure what theme I'm going to go for my Skell names this time. But what we can do is... There are 6 color options for Skells. And you got a hue, saturation, lightness for all of them. Although actually the saturation is this low. I can't really tell what color I'm making it. So we're going to see... We're going to see what color I can make this thing. Alright, here we go. We're going with this. I don't know why, but we're going with this. I said the thing with the dark green. I don't actually have a name for this. So I'm going to not give it a name right now. Only thing is, I'm recording up through Chapter 8 in advance. So, you know what I'm going to do? Until we beat Chapter 8, I will not name any Skells. Then people in the comments can suggest, like, oh my god, this... I have really bad interior design sensibility. Okay. But once I catch up to my recording, then I'll start naming Skells. So, at any point in any of these episodes up until then, please suggest names for my Skells. And I will consider them. If you have a name theme even, then I'd be open for that, like a different a theme that I can name all my Skells and stuff. It'll be good. It'll be good. Anyway. This time we got a Skell and it took a lot longer to explain everything, but a lot shorter to actually get the Skell than I thought. So next time, with a completely new party, we're going to just be taking on some regular side quests, unlock a few new customization things, and once we're done with that, do some affinity missions, and get prepared for the next chapter. So until then, this is Luxin, signing off.